Now, on a Champions League week at Celtic Park, we are used to bumping into footballing legends, but we're not used to bumping into food legends, or should I say eating legends. It is the one and only Mr. Man versus Food, Adam Richman. Adam, first of all, the obvious question is, why are you here at Celtic Park?
I'm blessed to be able to be standing on this iconic pitch. I'm filming the second series of Adam Richman Eats Britain, but this season it's Adam Richman Eats Football, and this is our love letter to Glasgow and specifically to Celtic and all of the wonder and the joy that surrounds this football club and how it's trickled into the food community here in Glasgow.
Before we talk about the football, let's talk about the food, because sometimes people who maybe haven't come here a lot, they say, oh, Scotland, the weather's terrible and the food's really bad. Is that what you've discovered?
Absolutely not. In fact, after I filmed, I had gone to Scotland for the first time in the first series. I hadn't even left and I flew my mom over. And the first thing she wanted to do was go to Scotland. So she was in London for half a day, and we hopped on a train to Edinburgh. We went up to the Isle of Skye and Glencoe and really dove in head first. And I think that there's just ignorance. I think people just don't know. They know what they see in movies, or they've seen Braveheart or heard Mike Myers and So I Married an Axe Murderer, and they think they understand Scotland. And I think that if you broke down what's in an American hot dog, you would be even more scared than what's in haggis. And I was very blessed in Perthshire. There's a restaurant called Northport, and that's where I had my very first haggis, neeps, and tatties, and I am addicted. I don't trust anyone who doesn't like it. And I think to see how many different iterations I've had since haggis nachos and stuff, but I'm excited to try the Ouija Double Crunch. I've had variants of it. I did get a chance to try a bit of Buckfast, so there may or may not be some of that on the horizon. But even things like Skirley, and people forget, there's a coastline. You guys have some of the most exquisite seafood on planet Earth. And I'm not just talking about Loch Duart salmon, but the scallops and the incredible seafood that you have. And there's so much talent. I mean, Cullen skink, I'm still trying to master it back in the Bronx. I'm not kidding you. I bought a smoker deliberately. A chef in Aberdeen gave me a recipe, and I'm not very good at it yet. But also, I think that people, there's an old expression by Heraclitus, dogs bark at people they don't know. The food here is wonderful. The people here are great. And I think that there's so much history here and so much natural beauty here that if you let something like I have to wear a sweater dissuade you from coming to Scotland, you're missing a lot.
Well, let me talk to you now about football, because we're here at Celtic Park. I know that you're a Tottenham supporter, so there is a connection with Ange Postecoglou, but I think I'm right in saying that I've seen you in pictures online wearing a hoops top. So have you an affiliation with Celtic?
There's many things. So yes, I was blessed to play in Soccer Aid 2014 with die-hard hoop supporters like Martin Compston, Kevin Bridges, James McAvoy. And yes, two dear friends played for Rangers, and they were shocked. But I just loved it. I remember seeing the picture of Scott Brown at Ibrox. I just love that swag, just stunting on a guy like that. But I also there's one other thing too that really touched me. I don't want to get all emotional. This is fun food and football. But what Samaras did for that little boy who they gave the goal of the week to, and to see him carrying him around, to see someone at the apex of athletic ability like Giorgio Samaras, at a moment where the club had triumph, and he chose to include this child, who of his own abilities couldn't be on that pitch. That spoke volumes to me about it. And then, I think that the style of play has been electric. I used to love watching the hoops play under it, and in all candor, I'm so glad you guys made a black kit, because horizontal lines are very difficult for a large man. That said, I have to acknowledge
you've got a hoops top now.
Just gave me this top, and I am so honored. A, it makes me want to get on the treadmill, but B, it's getting framed. And that's the other thing too, you can't just say in your mind, this is a Scottish club. This is the first British club to ever lift the European Cup. One of the only 5 to have over 100 trophies. It's a kind of legacy that people will talk about with Barcelona, and they'll talk about Real, and they'll talk about these other clubs, and they'll forget that this club at its core has a charitable bent. that the Maris priest that created this legacy did it from an aspect of inclusion and bringing people together. And as a kid from Brooklyn who doesn't share any Scottish lineage to go and to come to Paradise and feel this electricity, and there's nothing really quite like it. I'm very excited. And I love, by the way, the tunnel when you come out and the bricks that everyone gets to donate, that the players get the reminder that they don't just play for themselves, they play for every one of these just under 61,000 seats. I'm excited. I just wish I were in better shape so I could come out there. I even did, you guys have the little Champions League, like little press barrier thing there. I did a little week conference. I'll put it on my social. I think I have a decent burr. It's not the best, but it'll get me there.
Your knowledge of Celtic is incredible. I think I need to get you on co-commentary one day on Celtic TV. Adam, I hope you've had a great welcome here at Celtic Park. I hope the food's good to you as well, and it's been fantastic to meet you.
I'm excited. Thank you so much. Thank you for including me in your club, in your club's history, in your club's tradition. Mon the Hoops, I can't wait to see you just lay waste to Leipzig today, and I'm just excited to explore Glasgow. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for everyone who thought. I mean, it's just so thoughtful, to even just take an American into your fold like this. So really, it's a global game, but this is something special, I know, to a lot of people here in Glasgow. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And if nothing else, like for a brief second, I could be mentioned in the same breath as Billy Connolly and Rod Stewart. So if you want my body and you think I'm sexy, watch the second season of Adam Richman Eats Britain on Food Network. Come on, baby, let me know. Sorry.